Hello, my dear friends. This is Rajesh Mohapatra. I hope all of you are doing well and happiness. In this session, I'll be telling you about the concept of how do you install all the required software at the time of VM creation in the Google Cloud platform. Apart from this, I'll show you in the multiple lab for deploying an Apache and Nginx web server on a cloud Linux server in the Google Cloud platform. I'll show you all the lab for using Google Cloud Console portal so that you can easily understand. Guys, let's get started. As you can see here, these are the steps that you can follow to create a new Linux server using the GCP console portal. I will guide you in the lab how do you install all the required software at the time of a new VM creation in Google Cloud platform. To install all the required software at the time of creating a new virtual machine in Google Cloud platform, you can use the various methods depending on your specific requirement. Select a base VM image that closely matches your needs. GCP provides a wide range of pre-configured images with popular operating systems like Ubuntu, CentOS, Windows Server and more. You can also create a custom image with your desired software pre-installed. GCP allows you to run startup script during VM creation. This script can be written in various scripting languages such as Bash, PowerShell or Python. Startup script can enable you to automate the installation and configuration of software on the VM. As you can see here, these are the prerequisites required to create a new virtual machine. As you can see here, I have written a couple of shell scripts for deploying Apache and Nginx web server in the Linux VM. I'll show you how to customize your web server based on your requirement. I'll guide you in the lab to install all the required software at the time of for new VM creation in GCP console portal. Let's switch to the GCP console portal so that I'll show you all the required software installation process using at the time of VM creation. Let's switch to the GCP console portal. Go to the GCP console portal, log in with your Google account credential. I already logged into my GCP account, and as you can see here, this is the GCP console portal page. In this GCP console portal, click on the navigation menu, then navigate to Compute Engine, and under Compute Engine click on VM instance. Now I'll create in the first lab for Apache web server. As you can see here, you click on create instance here. Now you can configure the new VM. As you can see here, first enter the name of your server, Apache web server, then select the region like US Central 1, then change the zone as US Central 1B here. Then under machine configuration, select the series as E2 and select the machine type as E2 medium as you can see here. Then scroll down, then click on boot disk section, then click on change. Then as you know guys, whatever your requirement for your operating system, you can select here based on your requirement. Then select the OS here, then select the version here. In this lab, I'll show you using the Debian operating system. Then click on select here, then scroll down, then click on allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic to the VM. Then click on advanced option. As you can see here in the networking section, I selected default BPC, default subnet. Then scroll down. This is the important step guys. This is the management. Click on management here. Then scroll down. As you can see here, this is the automation section here. You can choose a startup script that will run when your instance boots off or restart. Startup script can be used to install software and update to ensure that the service are running within the virtual machine. Now here we'll write our startup script. Here is a simple step, same step. In the automation section, as you can see here, you can paste your shell script based on your project requirement. In this lab, I'll paste the Apache web server script here. Then rest of the field you can leave as it is. Then click on create button here and wait a couple of seconds to start the new VM. As you can see here, the Apache web server successfully created. Now guys, you can click on external IP address. As you can see here, first of all select your Apache web server. This is your external IP here. Click on here. As you can see here, Apache web server default web page is available here. Now I hope so you can understand this is the automation way. You can install whatever the requirement based on your project. You can configure in the automation section and write a shell script in such a way so that all your desired software that can be installed at the time of new VM creation in the GCP console portal. Similarly, just you can click on create instance here, configure the name of the server here, Nginx web server, change the zone name as US Central 1B here, and machine configuration is E2 and the machine type as I selected here E2 medium as you see here. Then scroll down and I selected here the default Debian operating system here, and if you want to change your operating system based on your requirement, then you can click on change here as you can see here. Then change your operating system here based on your requirement, then click on select here, then scroll down, then click on HTTP and HTTPS port allowed to the new Linux server. Then click on advanced option. Then as you can see here, I selected here as default VPC and default subnet. Then scroll down. Then in the management section, as you can see here, then scroll down. In the automation section, you can write your shell script based on your requirement. I write here the shell script to install the Nginx server at the time of new VM creation. As you can see here, this is a simple 3 steps. Similar script you can write to perform in your lab. Then scroll down and leave as it is all the remaining steps as you can see here. Then click on create button here and wait a couple of seconds to create a new server here. As you can see here, the Nginx web server is successfully created here. Now the status of server is the instance is running. Then select the Nginx web server here. Then click on the external IP as you can see here, or copy your external IP here. Then open a new Chrome browser. Then write http:// then paste your external IP, then press enter. As you can see here, the Nginx web server is successfully created at the time of VM creation. I hope so guys. Now similarly way you can perform in your lab. How do you create a new Linux server and update all the desired software at the time of new VM creation. Similarly, in the third lab, I'll guide you. If you want to customize your web server based on your project requirements, then how can you install the Apache web server and all the required software at the time of new VM creation in the GCP console portal? Similar process, just first of all you create instance button here, then configure the name of the server, Apache custom web server so that you can easily understand it, and then change the zone as US Central 1B. As you can see here, machine configuration as I selected here E2. Based on your requirement you can select N2, N1, whatever you want. The machine type, as you can see here, E2 medium here. Then scroll down, and in the boot disk section I selected the Debian as the default operating system here, and scroll down in the, then click on allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic to the new VM. Then click on advanced option here, and in the networking section similarly I selected here default VPC and default subnet here. Then click on management tab here, then scroll down. In the automation script section you can paste your shell script based on your requirement. As you can see here, this is a script. I will install the Apache web server inside the new VM, and just I customize the index.html file here, so that instead of the default Apache web server, it will showing as my new web server data here. Welcome to Saira's Tech Cloud. I'll show you after successful creation of new VM. Then leave as it is all the remaining step, then click on create button here and wait a couple of seconds to start your new VM. As you can see here, this is your new VM status as you can see here. Then click on refresh button here, and as you can see here, the new Apache custom web server, this instance is running now. Okay, then first you select here, because as you can see here, the 3 new server already existing here. Then my desired web server as Apache custom web server, then I select here, then copy the external IP here, then go to the new Chrome web browser, then write http:// then paste your external IP. As you can see here, this is the custom web page. Welcome to Saira's Tech Cloud. And previously, as you can see here, this is the Apache Debian default web page here. But after customize, then as you can see here, this is the new web page here. Similarly guys, based on your requirement, you can just change the index.html file whatever you want. Just write a HTML script in such a way so that it will be showing as per your requirement after successful creation the new VM in the GCP console portal. Guys, I hope so now you can understand how do you customize your web page based on your requirement. Then guys, similarly I'll show you in the next lab. I'll install Nginx web server, then customize the Nginx web server for my desired requirement, but according to your project requirement you can change based on your requirement. So similarly, just you can click on create instance button here, wait a couple of seconds, start. Now you can configure the name of the server here. As you can see here, then change the zone name as US Central B here. Then machine configuration, as you can see here, E2, and machine type as I selected E2 medium here. Then scroll down in the boot disk section, as you can see here, I selected Debian as the default operating system here, and then scroll down, then click on allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic to the new VM. Then click on advanced option here. In the networking section, similarly guys, I selected as default VPC and default subnet here. Then click on management tab here, then scroll down. As the automation section, you can paste your customized shell script. As you can see here, This is the installation of Nginx web server. After that I customize the index.html file, and I want to show you after successful creation of, I added here so that you can easily understand it now. Just copy the code here and paste inside the automation script section here. Now then all the remaining section you can leave as it is. Then click on create button here and wait a couple of seconds to start a new VM. Then click on refresh button here. As you can see here, the Nginx custom web server successfully created, and the status of the Nginx custom web server as this instance is running here. Then select the Nginx custom web server here. Then copy your the external IP here. Then go to the new Chrome browser section here. Then write HTTP. Then paste your external IP here. Then as you can see here, welcome to Cyrus Tech Cloud Nginx web server. This is the new custom web page. Guys, previously as you can see here, this is the default welcome to Nginx web server page, but after customize, as you can see here, this is your new custom web page. Now guys, I hope so you can understand and how do you write a new shell script for deploying Apache and Nginx web server at the time of new VM creation. You learn it, and if is your project requirement for the customize your web server based on your requirement, then you will go to that index.html file section. Then you can change whatever you want based on your project requirement. Guys, thank you and have a nice day.